Okay, so I'm back on the property in Frankston, and here's an update on the Dunstan chestnut trees that I've been planting on here. This tree here is one of the first that I planted several years ago, and it's really grown. I think last year, it may have been the year before, it was a top kill in this tree during the winter, and but in springtime, then it really exploded and took off. It was had a lot of growth, and it branched out more than it grew up. So now it's kind of doing both. This tree's probably about, the tallest limb on it's probably like 13 feet or so, 12, 13 feet. Hopefully I'll get some nuts on this tree come next fall. This one here, it's a little scraggly looking, but it actually produced a couple of nuts this year. And like I said, everything's in fall color now and about to lose the leaves as we get ready to head into the winter. But these are the two larger Dunstans that I had survived out of 4 big ones that I planted. And I also planted a lot of smaller ones. I don't know if you can see it, that's one right there. And they made it this year. Year before I planted a lot of smaller ones. We had a drought and most of those smaller ones died. Got pretty dry this year, but in August we had heavy rains, probably 3 or 4 inches of rain out here, and it carried them over. And so they made it through this first year. And that's really what they need to get through the first year and get those roots down deep enough, and they'll have a pretty good chance after that. So I got a lot of these small ones growing around here. This is my buddy's blind that hunt this place. I got a lot of small Dunstans growing around here. Like I said, everything's in fall color. And they're scattered throughout this field. I'll try to walk and get some more, but just kind of want to go over a few things. This is a Dunstan we got from Walmart. Probably this spring. No, actually this was from last summer. And so we planted it last fall, and it made it through this past summer. And basically we had, heck, I don't even remember how many we had. We had a bunch of them, and only a few of them made it. So right now my method will be direct seeding, because everything that I direct seeded, and I'll do a video when I walk that farther side of the property and do a video on some of the seedlings that came from direct seeding, and everything just about made it through the summer. Oops, almost stepped on that one. That was one that died but came back from the roots from the dry summer heat. This one fared, but I don't know how it's gonna make it. I'm looking at that bark, and there's some discolorations. I don't know if there's some kind of blight or what, but I noticed a few of my Dunstans have gotten that discoloration around the trunks or the bases, and they die up top. So I'm kind of thinking that might be blight. Some of them you can see have toppled, some of those that I planted. Like this one. That didn't make out so well. But I got a bunch of them that did, so, and they survived this summer. This is one, died from the top, look like. So again, those discolorations in the stem and some kind of blight, and everything up top dies. Now all of these are Dunstan chestnuts. That's one that didn't make it. That's a small one that did. It's another one of the larger ones didn't. Well, actually this one's still living. These are just dead because of the season change. Thought I lost that one, so that's one that made it. From last fall's planting with the Walmart Dunstans. That's a small one. That's another one. There's a bunch of small ones over here made it. Like that one. There's one. All of the Walmart Dunstans over here, except for one, didn't make it. But either the direct seeded or the ones that I grew in pots from seeds, they made it, the smaller ones. And this was without watering. Didn't make it up much to pull weeds from around them, but I found that the weeds shield them from the sun, keeps it from burning them up. That's another one that made it. That's what I look for them to make it through the first hot summer. And after that, the next year they have roots that's deep enough and it gets them where they need to get, so they'll make it through the next summer pretty good. And they'll really take off. And in the third year, then the growth is just crazy. They'll really explode. That's one. I almost missed that one. Somebody shooting next door. I don't even know if they're supposed to be over there. There's one. I mean, I planted over 100 of these things, these small ones. From the looks of it, most of the small ones have really carried through this summer. So I'll either be planting them at home in pots from here on out or direct seeding. And I'd rather direct seed because it keeps me from having to dig all these holes every fall. So hopefully in the next 5-10 years, have some nut producing trees out here that's taking up this field. And this is what I want to eventually be, more of an orchard type environment over here. Yeah, super spiders. I don't mess with the super spiders. But that's update 1. I'll come back with another update in a little while. All right.